people around the world die every year courtesy of air pollution. And yes, this was about my daughter getting air pollution on the death certificate, which we finally have. And we've got the justice for her, which she so deserved. But also it's about other children still as we walk around our city of high levels of air pollution. And I hope you heard what the coroner said, that there are still illegal levels of air pollution now as we speak. So this matter is far from over.
The pain of a mother thinking about the future of other children. Anna Hansell is a professor in environmental epidemiology. She's also the director at the Centre of Environmental Health and Sustainability at the University of Leicester. Anna, thank you so much indeed for joining us. The mother's pain is absolutely immeasurable. The way she is talking about other children, what are the dangers, especially for young people who live in environments with a lot of air pollution?
I think this is a terribly sad case, and it's true to say this is very much a landmark ruling. And it reflects this greater awareness that we're having now about how the environment can affect our health. I think one of the problems that we've had in deciding about the role of air pollution in asthma is that different people have different triggers for their asthma. So some people will be sensitive to air pollution, others will be sensitive to pollens or molds, other people will find that infections are a really big trigger of their asthma. So that's been one of the problems. I think overall it's very clear that air pollution can contribute to asthma. It can contribute to both asthma development and, as in this case, we've seen that air pollution can contribute to asthma attacks. And for people with very sensitive lungs, that might mean very severe attacks. And, you know, very sadly, in very rare circumstances, hopefully, this might lead to death, which is a very sad outcome. I think the issues of the air pollution levels, we are experiencing levels that are higher than the WHO and European Union guidelines in areas of London, and those obviously need to be reduced to try and improve health, not just for those with respiratory conditions, but it can also affect your cardiovascular health and your risk of other diseases like lung cancer. So it's very serious, and we do need to do something about it.
Yeah, and in terms of the historical importance of this particular ruling, there is a movement in terms of the climate crisis to try to possibly find a way to put into legal terms the act of ecocide and to make that an international crime. At what stage do you think it might happen, and could this be the spur to make it also a crime to not monitor levels of air pollution and to do something to reduce them so that these kind of things don't happen? I mean, this is a very specific case, but the WHO already says 1 in 9 people are dying because of air pollution, but it's not written on their death certificates.
I think that's because air pollution often doesn't act alone. So there are a combination of factors. So air pollution, for example, can make you more prone to develop respiratory infections. And we've had a lot of discussion about that in terms of role of air pollution and COVID, which is ongoing. But it's not going to be the only factor. There's going to be a collection of factors together, and it's very difficult to just pinpoint and say, oh, it was the air pollution. It's much harder to look at than, say, if you have a car crash leading to injury or death, you can say it was the car crash. But with the air pollution, it's usually a combination of things, often on pre-existing illness. I think this ruling is very important because it does mark a shift in the way that we're thinking about the environment. Whether we will get to a situation where we can have a crime of ecocide that's legally recognised, I don't think we're there yet, and it may be very difficult to get to a position that you could legally prove beyond reasonable doubt that the environmental pollution was the main factor.
Anna, as I said, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Really appreciate it. Anna Hansell from the University of Leicester.